Ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Healthy Tech Talk Show. I have my lovely assistant and wife, Patricia, back from, what were you doing yesterday? Oh, I know the reason we weren't doing it yesterday is because one of our pre-tube amplifiers kicked the bucket. So we took it down to the good folks at Long and McQuaid in Abbotsford. And they did a magnificent job. It was a warranty issue. We have pre-tube amplifiers going, feeding each microphone. And I was doing a podcast a week ago, and I completely lost audio. And that's, for a podcaster, that's your lifeblood. You don't ever want to lose audio. And it happened again, twice to me. So I took it down there. It was a warranty issue, and they fixed it. They gave me a brand new unit, and all is well. So, Patricia, welcome to the program.
Hi.
How are you?
Not bad.
Good, and we're having a nice afternoon coffee on this podcast show. Yeah? Okay. So the reason we have invited you down, by the way, I got to inform our listeners, I have gone to the extreme example of putting my diet and my exercise program up on the internet. It's called the Diet by Intimidation. Ah, yes. You know, it was such a funny thing because I've only been doing this for a couple of days. And the other day I woke up and I thought, okay, I've got to put the information of what I eat on the web. And I'm thinking, I got to eat healthier because it's going to go on the web. I can't put crap. If I'm eating crap, I don't want to put that on the web. So it really does, it makes you think about the healthier choices because I'm sharing this with everybody that wants to tune into the podcast show. So it's psychologically, I think it's going to help. But Leo Laporte, one of his engineers, are doing it, and he's calling it Diet by Intimidation. I think it's a great program. So Patricia, we've invited you on the show today because every single morning, I see you put this wonderful mix together of herbs and vitamins and minerals and all this kind of stuff, and that took years to get to that point where you had a balanced approach to your digestion challenges. Now tell me about a little bit of story about your digestion and why do you have to take all these things?
Well, I guess it started when I was born.
Uh-huh.
I was born with a digestion problem that just over the years, never got fixed, and being my age back then, there was a lot of stuff they didn't know about digestion and foods and whatnot, and I do have a lot of allergies to foods. So over the years, it took a series of operations and testing and various doctors, various naturopaths, and I just kind of some of the things I do today are some of the things that I pick up along the way. I kept the things that seemed to work and dropped the things that didn't from various doctors and naturopaths, and it was about, I guess, what is this, 2010? Yep. So it's been about 12 years now since I went to see the particular doctor that I see now, Dr. Pilar. And he, together with him, we have put together a lot more, and it seems to be working. Now,
Dr. Pilar is not only a medical doctor, but he's also a holistic health doctor, right?
Well, he's a... I can't remember he blends holistic with traditional medicine, which I really like.
I think that's important.
And because you always get these, they either like traditional or they like holistic.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
They don't like to, over the years, I think they're getting better at it now, but years ago, if you told a medical doctor you were seeing a naturopath, it was like...
They would go nuts.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have anything to do with you.
Exactly. And let's face the fact that our medical system is running out of answers to a lot of questions that people are asking. And that's why we're almost forced in a lot of cases to go to the alternative therapies, right?
Yeah, and... you also have to do a lot of research yourself.
Yeah.
So over the years, I've accumulated a lot of books, as you've noticed.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I just some of them are good, some of them not so good, but they all have a little bit some of it's the same, some of it's off the wall.
Usually you can find a common thread that runs in between them, right?
And those are the things that I try to pick up on and keep in my diet.
Well, I think there was a dentist that came into our lives too. It was Dr. Almayan, right?
Yes.
And he took out all of your mercury fillings, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people, there's a lot of talk now about the mercury leaching in your mouth and things.
Yeah.
And tell us about that.
Well, I went to see him, and he's actually, he took out all my mercury fillings.
How many times did you have to see him for that?
I don't remember. It was so long ago.
A lot.
It was
quite a few
12
times,
years ago. Yeah, it was quite a few times.
Yeah.
And while he was taking out the mercury fillings, I mean, mercury also depletes your body of vitamins and minerals. Mm-hmm. And so while I was going through the series of taking out all the mercury fillings, he introduced me to Dr. Pilar, who works in the same clinic as he does, and he put me on various IVs for vitamins and minerals to up my
So they loaded you up with vitamins and minerals via intravenous, right?
Yeah, and to get rid of the mercury.
Almost like a
leftovers.
flushing. Yeah, flushing your system. Mm. Yeah, good, perfect. Well, tell us, you've got a book there about flax, and tell us a little bit about how important we think flax is in our family.
Well, flax is really important, actually. It's one of the best proteins and fibers that you can eat. I've been using flax for about 13 years, and 12 or 13 years. I mean, it's good for your digestion.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
One, because it scrapes if you can
keeps the colon clean.
Keeps the colon clean, and it gives you protein, high protein. But they also discovered that, flax oil is very good for you, but you have to keep it in the fridge.
Yeah,
Remember
read a little bit of the book for it.
There was one thing that I really liked found interesting. It was under interesting discoveries. They found that there was about 3 different kinds of golden flax or yellow flax. There's yellow flax and there's brown flax. And they found that the yellow flax is slightly generally larger, slightly softer, and it tastes better than the brown flax. But also, the yellow flax has more protein in it than oil. It doesn't produce as much oil as the brown flax, but it has more protein in it. So you can get your flax oil through the processed or the bottled oil.
Yes.
But if you want to take flax, I grind it up every morning. I buy it by the seed. I buy the bags of seed. I don't buy the meal because the meal will go bad fast.
Right.
And if you want the freshest of fresh, buy the seeds, get yourself a separate coffee grinder from your normal one, and I use that one coffee grinder for my flax.
Perfect.
I grind it up every morning. You should have about 3 tablespoons of meal. So what I do is I grind 1 full tablespoon of seed, and it comes out to about 3 tablespoons of meal.
Wow, that big a difference.
And then I put it in a glass, a big 10-ounce glass of, fill it about half full of water.
Yeah, is this are we breaking down your morning mix now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess we are.
Okay, so let's do that then. Let's go step by step, and there's no particular order you don't have to do this in, right?
No.
Okay.
No, but I just have a system that I do.
So share with us what you put in your morning mix.
First of all, I get my half a glass of water.
Okay.
Make sure it's lukewarm water. I use filtered water. And you grind your seed, your tablespoon of seed.
And what container do you had an empty container that we put the
Yeah, I ran out this morning.
So we got to go get some more.
Bit.
We have to go to the store.
So I buy the seed and I put it in this container.
Yeah.
And I put it in the fridge.
I'm just going to turn this around here like this so people can see that. There you go. Okay.
I put it in the fridge in this, and then it takes 1 package. And so I take my 1 tablespoon of ground seed and I grind it up, and then I put it in the water and I let it soak for about 20 minutes.
So how long will that seed last in the cupboard?
It lasts me about a month.
Oh, okay.
by that time I'm finished.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have to buy more. I let it soak, and then when you mix it with one of those little whisks, and then when I'm finished that, I add about 3 ounces of aloe vera gel.
Have you got any there?
I don't have it. I ran out.
I love the aloe vera
Aloe vera gel, not the juice, the gel.
Because I've done podcasts on aloe vera gel.
And
you can use it as a hand cream too, right?
Yeah.
Put it on over your face.
You can put it on after shaving. It's good for that. It's good for sunburns. It's good for burns.
Absolutely.
It's good for so many things.
Yeah.
But it's also good internally.
Yeah, you can drink it.
I got that from one of the naturopaths that I saw when I was in my 20s.
So how much aloe vera do you put in the?
About 3 ounces.
3 ounces a day.
Yeah.
In this morning mix that you do.
Yeah.
All right.
So I put that in the mix. I mix it up some more. If you don't like the taste of it, just add a little bit of juice.
Yeah, like orange juice or apple juice.
By the time I'm finished, I'm so used to it now, it doesn't bother me.
It might not be as palatable to some as you, though. So feel free to put juice in.
Right.
Okay.
So that's when I take, that's what I use to take all my vitamins with. So I drink that and take the vitamins at the same time.
Okay, so what do you got over there for vitamins and minerals?
So, of course, every day I take my glucosamine.
Okay. And what's that for?
I do have arthritis.
Okay. At our age?
Just a little bit, but
how
it's good
much
to
glucosamine
have.
do you
It's
use?
good for your joints. I take 6 of these a day, and there are 300 milligrams each.
Okay.
So that's 6.
1,800 milligrams a day.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay. I take 1 folic acid a day. I take 1 B complex a day of the 100 milligram.
All righty.
I take 1 of the 5,000 milligrams of B12.
Okay.
I take vitamin D3, and that's 1,000 milligrams. And it just depends if you're, like right now I'm taking 5,000 of this because I ended up with frozen shoulder.
5,000 of
the vitamin D.
Oh, okay.
And that helps it along. I take 2,000 milligrams of salmon oil.
That's supposed to be extreme.
And I use wild Pacific salmon oil because we live on the Pacific. And I take
probiotics
every day. Yeah, acidophilus, because again, it's good for my digestion. I've been doing this for so many years.
This really helps. This is an accumulation of 12 years of talking to people, research,
even
doctors,
more than
that.
12, because, like I said, some of these things I've been taking for like 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
And
but now you finely tuned it for your
and I
body.
fine-tuned it to make it, so that I know what I'm taking every day.
Yeah.
And some things, another thing I also take, and my mother used to take this, bee pollen.
Bee pollen is supposed to be excellent.
It's excellent for allergies. It's good protein. They say that it's 100% food. It's so good for you. And again, I used to take it just by the spoonful, like just eat it. It does have a weird taste.
Not as palatable.
But I get used to it.
Yeah.
Another thing you can do is sometimes I grind it up and I just put it in my yogurt in the morning.
Oh, yeah. And hemp seeds. The other day,
and
we were
I
on
have
a hemp seed kick.
See, now that's, again, it's a protein. Sometimes I mix things up throughout the day. Like when I have my salad, instead of chicken, I'll put hemp seed on it. You just have to play with it. And
well, you are doing so. Have we finished that list of the morning mix?
Yeah,
that's quite a bit.
And then in the morning, I have I've started this since I never used to eat breakfast, and I had to start losing weight because I was starting to gain weight after I hit 55.
You are doing so well on the Schursland plan. It's just ridiculous, eh?
And they instructed me to eat every morning cereal or breakfast, and I found it hard at first, but I eat yogurt with fresh berries every day.